Hi everyone, McBeard here, back with another Iron Judgment deck guide here for GWENT. We're playing Monsters, Bugs, and we're playing a good amount of new cards, especially some pretty devastating combos that were available, that were made available with the Kiki Queen. Kiki, ooh, good card right here, as well as a return of one of my favorite cards, Weavis Incantation, because of just how valuable it is to cycle and play something like a 10 or 11 or 15 sometimes. This deck is an Insectoid deck, and it functions on complete row dominance, very similar to the Dwarf deck. However, unlike the Dwarf deck, it does have some glaring weaknesses. So it is very weak to reset, it is weak to row punishment, and it can be controlled in some situations. But let me tell you, if it's not controlled, the point potential of this deck is unbelievable. Let's talk about how these new cards really interact with this deck. Starting at the bottom of the list here, Draga Warrior. It is our only unit at 4, but that's because the organic spells at 4 are very good with the Arachas Swarm ability. So this is effectively Arachas Queen, who has a very easy to remember ability called Arachas Swarm. So it's still an Arachas deck, and I do like that about this deck, that I can still call it an Arachas deck and no one needs any further clarification. So the way Arachas Queen works right now is that every time you play an organic spell, you get a drone on the board. You no longer get passive drones from devouring those units. However, I don't even notice anymore, and I think that row management is better than ever. I think that this ability is pretty good. It's often more drones than you need. You can do a lot of different things if you want to play Glusty Warp or other stuff like that. But the way I'm playing it is just making sure that you have a lot of Insectoids to buff and a lot of snacks for things like the Griffin or Predatory Dive if you need to just kind of counter with that. So starting with the Draga Warrior as a new card, this card is fantastic because not only does it consume 2 Insectoids and then spawn 2 new drones, but it also is an easy Thrive trigger at 4. So this thing plays for 6, 7, 8. You know, it can consume, so it can beat a lot of things like statuses, poison, bleed, bounty. It is a great late game card because it thrives up all of your Kiki Queens, your Draga Larva, whatever else you need to thrive. In a bit different, more thrive-based deck, this card probably is even better than it is in this deck, but it is great in this deck. Natural selection is great. Just having a removal at 4 is always good, and being able to get an extra drone, because if you kill something at 3, you get a drone plus the additional drone from the passive. So it is pretty cool to have this control in monsters. And then Arachas Nest is to shore up the 4s because it just works really, really well, quite simply, with Arachas Behemoth. Since you don't have to worry about row limits too much, you just go ahead and get just tons of row value very, very quickly. Since it's not the only card that actually cares about Insectoids on the row, the Kiki Queen as well. So even able to make 2 rows set up with multiple Kiki Queens through Caranthir and Whispering Hillock, to replay Caranthir, ultimately to play 3 Kiki Queens. It's really good. Now, this is a very strict combo deck, and it's pretty tight on the provisions. The way I've been able to make this work the best, you're going to see some games where I have like Werecat or some other weird thing, but really, Fisher King's actually pretty good because you can Royal Decree Fisher King to make sure Kiki is on top of your deck. This is extremely weak to Nilfgaard. Don't do this. Cantarella ruins your life. However, if you're able to get Kiki in your hand, the job is done. The reason why Royal Decree just isn't quite enough is because you need Kiki in your hand. It's not just you need access to that card. It needs to be in the hand so Caranthir can play it. So you do need to line it up, but there is enough thinning in this deck that it actually can work. You have cycling with Weavis Incantation, you have a tutor with Wispus Tribute, play it as soon as you can, as well as Whispering Hillock on Tribute if you want to just get that extra card out. Royal Decree finds you Caranthir when you need it, or anything else when you need it as well. And then Fisher King finally puts the Kiki Queen on top of the deck. I'm working on this aspect of it. I am actually believing that Manticore Venom, while it's really good and you're going to see it just crush in this gameplay, I do like Manticore Venom, but I think that Arachas Venom is probably better and cheaper to deal with the main thing that I have it here, and that's Dwarven Mercenaries. So I actually think that the solution might actually be adding Arachas Venom, because boom, that's 9 damage and actually solves Rowdy Dwarves, it solves Dwarven Mercenaries. Is this the answer? Let's find out tomorrow. But for today, this is the list. Check it out, check out the gameplay. Hope you enjoy everything. Sorry about my internet issues. We're going to stream as much as we can. October 7th is the day that I am supposed to be completely back to normal. Thanks for understanding lack of podcasts, lack of live streams, but thankfully the internet comes on sometimes so I can upload these videos. And this is YouTube. If you like the video, let me know. Show me, tell me. I'll see you next time. I guess we just need to keep playing. I'm gonna play it for a couple, just a little bit more. Yeah, it just spits out the dwarves whenever it wants, so if it's being bled, it spits out the dwarves and then just wins with its power cards later. That's just how it is. those mulligans are garbage, man. I was really just trying to give me the worst cards in my deck all the time. Too much dwarves? There are a lot of dwarves out there. Let's just double check. Let's just see how many scoia'tael opponents I've had today, just so it's in perspective. So I played 16 games today. We played against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 currently. 6. So 6 out of 16. 4 Nilfgaard, 2 Syndicate, 1 Northern Realms, 1 Monsters player. No Skellige today. No. We beat Skellige. That was the first guy we beat. The Arnjolf. Didn't even notice the lock there. Although we've played against dwarves 2 out of 4 times with this deck, so, you know, it is what it is. I should have used tactical there. I think that would have been better. But I should use tactical and then eat it with the Indraga Queen. Living armor is just too expensive. I just don't know how to fit it into this deck and actually, like, make it good. I don't know. It's too expensive. Wow, 2 games in a row, my opponents bonded these chariots against me. Unreal. I think the Indraga Queen's pretty good for 7 provisions. I think that it's pretty applicable. The combo isn't that hard. I mean, it procs Death Wish as well. That's slow. But he knows he can take it with a single. He knows he takes it with a single Mahakam Defender, so we have to keep playing. Definitely not playing around Scorch or Igni, but. Like, the points are there. I just think I need to get the sequencing down. I think that this is, like, I'm currently working on this deck, I would say. I think it's definitely there. Spider power. What's up, Ramek Bomic? Good to see you. Too many dwarves making you puke. Calponic Games. Usurper deck? Yeah, I played against 2 lockdowns yesterday, actually. But since then, it's been almost all Imperial formation. No, we played against 1 Enslaved, but it was like, he forfeited, so. Yeah, that's what I was expecting right there. I was expecting that. So now we would just play Igurn, right? I mean, Igurn's so good with Incantation. I think we do, or do we just pass? I don't know if we pass here. We make him go down a card to beat us. I think we have to play Igurn. Like, even if he trades with it, there we go. So the issue is that he didn't go down a card. He didn't go down a card, but the good news is we have almost everything. Now we have everything we need. Whoa, we have, okay, hold on. This is a good hand. We push with this hand, I think. Behemoth, very good with Arachas Nest as well. That could be our short round backup plan, honestly. That's fantastic. We have this for the dwarves. Okay, we're going to try this again, and this time we're going to do it right. We're going to actually play Hillock on Caranthir. Because I think if we play Hillock on Caranthir, we're fine. Oh, he went for it. He did it. So easy Manticore Venom, right? This forces him to actually play good stuff. Bop, bop, bop. Kill him in that order, by the way. The first two have extra charges on them. No big deal. This is no big deal. Yeah, hit Caranthir. Yeah, hit Caranthir. I'm just going to replay him. Oh man, they both thrive. It's so gorgeous. Remember, we have the backup plan right here. This is a really solid final bunch of points. Maybe I'm of the opinion that every faction with a play 2 cards in 1 turn has a deck that's crazy. But that's not where we want to be, right? We don't necessarily want to be there. We can play this Kiki Queen up here, but we play it after. We play this first. We're going for all of it now. I'm committing to the bleed here. So in this case, the Endrega wouldn't spawn the extra drones. So the Endrega Warrior procs both thrives, but since I have 8 units on this row, it won't spawn the 2 new units. I don't know if that matters. The alternative is that I just play the Arachas Nest and then I proc the Thrive. And it's worth it to do that because I'm so far ahead and it's probably fine. But it means I have to play, like, these last 2 things get me a lot of points and I'm up by 12 right now. The proc is pretty crazy, and it's going to buff all of these, too. I think it's worth it to go here. It's just so many points still. Like, both of these rows get buffed. It's crazy. Super solid route to victory right here, I think. We might actually beat these dwarves 2-0. It may actually happen. Probably going to see Munro Burris right now as it becomes desperation time, probably trying to kill as many drones as possible. Just Barkley, actually, is somewhat comforting. Yeah, and this is just a crazy amount of points right here. Check this shit out. Boom, both rows. This one, this one. 62 points to 39 points. Show me the flag. Nope. He's going for it. Oh, man. Oh, he actually gets it with Oak and Zoltan. Well, the thing is, we would not have won if we would have passed on that. Okay, so hold on a second here. Predatory Dive. He's playing first, so Predatory Dive is actually pretty good. Those ghouls, I just cannot draw them. The alternative to Pred Dive is just natural selection or something. I kill something no matter what. It dies at 4, it dies at 3, it dies at anything above that. The alternative draws are far... I think, yeah, the 7 is going to be good here. So he has Monroe. Hideous Feast, I guess. Seems like it's the only option. Oh boy, I mean, if I lose to this, I would be pretty surprised. this point. With that play, because that means he only has one more row-based thing, and I just have more points than him, right? 22 is the number, my friend. We beat him. We beat the dwarves. We beat him. Ho! Anticipating and preempting bad chat feedback is a veteran streamer move. Well done. This is a pretty good hand. Pretty really good hand. Can't Rail actually pull something good for once? Well, no, I mean, I put it on top of my deck with Fisher King. So, like, he was just like... He was just like, LOL, right? What is this? Purify. Okay, interesting, interesting. I don't think that was Mill. I think that was Spies. And I'm sure he's enjoying that deck, and it's probably really good. I just can't just take my win con like that. Cool, and I can play the ghoul. Might as well. I think I'm going to buff it. Okay. He's not even ahead after that play. I think I should be doing more, like, this has to be played on ranged, right? So this doesn't work with Helic. These need to be on melee all the time, I think. What's up, baby Jossus? How you doing? Greetings to you, my friend. Okay. Spent all his coins before playing Ewald, and then he played Ewald anyway, just to get ahead, I guess, right?
For the best buyers.
God damn it! Piece of shite! You go and pull a dart.
Well, my stream died here, so that's why I'm being so quiet. This is still being recorded, though, so if this ends up being a good game, we might as well just keep on going. It's just very frustrating dealing with the dying stream. Yeah. Okay, so we got to just set up our like crazy unbeatable combo here. So the best way to do this, we play Caranthir and Kiki, which is 2 units. And then we're going to play Caranthir and Kiki again, which is going to be an additional unit, plus the additional unit from Hillock, because it could go there. Playing the other Kiki, because we can play Kiki 3 times, so it may not even matter. I think we'll just start with the melee row. We'll go 3.
Sleep, my champion. Rest now.
I mean, that's pretty good. God, this combo is so gross, dudes. I'm doing okay, baby Josses. I'd be doing a bit better if my internet was stable, but it is not. He could be playing. It could be Erden. We could lose to Erden. Melee can't be clogged up because of ghouls either. I need to play my ghoul next turn. I have to.
Drinks are welcome here.
So we do lose to Erden, just straight up, right? Like, this deck will lose to it. It's just the way it is. Tech issues are frustrating. It makes it hard to do anything, really. It makes it hard to focus on anything.
Pay in advance, lover man. No exceptions.
Evil's not going anywhere.
Yeah, you can't protect it, so... You can't protect it, so I'm just gonna kill it with this. Is this the strongest monster deck? I mean, uncountered, like, it just seems like it's... I feel like people are probably going to start running Erden really soon anyway, so I probably think this deck is going to have issues competing all the time. Yeah, kill it, kill it. So yeah, Igurn isn't going to proc it, but the Endrega Warrior will.
I love this job.
It'll proc 1 Thrive. Well, no, I play it... No, we'll proc all the Thrives and we'll just kill the bounty, right? LOL. Oh my god. The highlights are so good. So we lose to Erden. Just putting that out there one more time. It's got 9 coins. It could be bad. Let's taunt quick though before we can still get our contract. Hear me roar. 308 out of 1,000. All right, well, the technical difficulties are just too much. We dropped stream like 4 times during that game. It was a good game.